especially yields. The most important thing to understand how yields work. Just what we do. We work hard at it.
Trusted advice, easy to understand strategies that will make you a better investor. Get all the details at philsgang.com. That's philsgang.com. These are volatile times in the stock market.
Market's up 200, then it's up 800, it's up 700.
How do you get the facts when investing?
Hi, I'm Phil Grandy at philsgang.com. If you're confused about the stock market, get unconfused. Go to my site, philsgang.com, and listen to my radio show every weekday at 3 Eastern. What is the market going to do? We know exactly what the market's going to do.
Phil's got the answers at philsgang.com.
There's no need for you to be losing money.
Check it out, philsgang.com.
What if you could have an in-depth understanding of the stock market just like the pros? Well, thanks to Phil Grandy and philsgang.com, you can. philsgang.com offers comprehensive, up-to-date market information designed to help you understand and anticipate market behavior. With philsgang.com, you'll build your investing confidence even through down cycles and periods of uncertainty. Go to philsgang.com. philsgang.com today. 877-600-GANG. 877-600-4264.
Are you a stock market investor without all the information?
What are you, nuts? Market's going up, market's going down. We're getting all this bad information.
How do you invest intelligently? Phil Grandy can show you.
If you want real information and you really want to know what the market's going to do and you want the truth, go to my site, philsgang.com, and also listen to me on my radio show every weekday at 3 o'clock Eastern.
Phil's got the answers at philsgang.com.
That's philsgang.com, where you get the truth and you get the information you need about the market.
If you want to invest your money and grow your wealth, listen to this.
Hi, I'm Phil Grandy at philsgang.com. You know, I get so tired of listening to the same garbage every day, listening to the fake business news network telling you why you should buy this stock, why you should buy, and they're always wrong. Join my gang, philsgang.com, free for 10 days. You're going to learn when to buy a stock and when not to buy a stock. Hey, years ago, it was different. You could buy a stock based on fundamentals. You could buy a stock based on earnings. You could buy a stock based on PE ratios. Those days are gone. That ended with QE. That ended when they financially engineered the market in 2008. Gone. Now you got to follow the money. And we have the knowledge because we have the chart. Pro 2 color code chart tells you when to buy, when to sell, when to run like hell.
For a limited time, you can join Phil's Gang free for 10 days.
Check it out, philsgang.com. Get the truth, get the knowledge, and understand how the market really works.
Want the truth when investing in the stock market? Here's how.
Hi, I'm Phil Grandy at philsgang.com. Listen to my radio show every day because that's where you're going to get the truth. You're not going to get the truth listening to these dopes on Fake Business News Network. The other day, Kramer said, don't listen to the banks. They're giving you wrong information. When he told you to buy Merrill Lynch, remember? And what happened? They went broke.
Get the truth at philsgang.com.
Join my gang, philsgang.com. Get the truth. And also listen to me on my podcast on YouTube and Rumble. That's philsgang.com.
When making wise investment decisions, Phil Grandy has some sound reasons you should join Phil's Gang.
You know, when I started this, they asked me, okay, can you explain to people why they should join the gang? Gee, I thought about that. And I guess to make money. But more than that, to get good direction on which way the economy's really going. We get so much crap, so many lies, how great the economy is and how great the tech business is, and when it's not. The problem is we have too many people in Washington and in this industry that just don't tell the truth. The truth is everything. And here at Phil's Gang, we stick with the facts. We tell the truth. We make sure our members, are getting the best information, and our listeners, like you. We make that information available to you and make it simple and understandable.
Good investing means understanding how the stock market works. Join today at philsgang.com.
The stocks discussed on Phil's Gang are not in any way a recommendation or solicitation to buy, sell, or hold. If considering acting on information presented, we first recommend you seek out a competent, licensed professional for advice. Get ready for the radio show that tells you what Wall Street doesn't want you to know.
Oh, I'm a money magnet. Money's coming to me. Money sets me free. I'm a money magnet. Money's coming to me.
It's your daily dose of how to manage your money. And now it's time for Phil's Gang on the Off the Wall Street Radio Network. With your host, Phil Grandy.
A low VIX, that's the sign that stocks are in a bull market. Are we actually in a bull market? And despite all this hand-wringing, worries about a shutdown, the credit rating, that we're actually in a great time for equities?
I mean, that is, what a statement that is. The VIX is down, we're in a bull market. Are you kidding me? That means we've been in a bull market forever. Unbelievable. You know, what is happening is most people, we call them tourist investors, they see nothing happening. No matter how much bad news comes out, the market goes up again. And by the way, today, do not chase these stocks that are going up, especially on the Dow. They don't have the volume. These are called head fake rallies. When you have light volume like this and you don't have any short sellers around, and then you've got these people coming in, these tourists who are buying on light volume, and the market starts going up, it's a head fake. You've got to let this news of this rate hike or no rate hike to settle down. So you never act to these rate hikes. Let things settle down, or you're going to lose money. They're called, sucker plays. Sucker plays. So this market yesterday, while we're waiting, think about this. While we're waiting, nobody was really trading much yesterday or today, and waiting for the big number to come out. We had bad news, but nobody cares. Nobody cares. Who cares about bad news? Everything's wonderful. We're now in a new Goldilocks economy because remember what they're telling us last week, inflation's diminishing. Oh, we're going to hit 2% pretty soon. Then why is it that inflation just gone from 3.2% to 3.7%? To me, when I went to school, that's the wrong way. What are you, nuts? Inflation's going to go down? You're never even going to see 2% inflation again. You're not going to see it. Are you crazy? You're nuts. So this bad news comes in yesterday, right? Housing starts, tank. Nobody cares. No one cares. So what? And everything now, bad news is good news. Now remember, that's bad for banks, for bank profits. Housing starts, tanking, bank stocks. Remember, they make their money in real estate, okay, and housing, these bank stocks. But nobody cared. You would think the bank stocks would tank. You think they at least, go down. I mean, they'd be, take a little bit of a hit, but not really. Because again, so what? They just brush everything off. So even yesterday, even with that bad news, Microsoft starts going up a little bit. Goldman Sachs goes up a little bit. Wells Fargo goes up a little bit. But remember what they're doing. They're taking their profits. Institutions are taking their profits like we have. We've taken our profits. Remember, our oil stocks are up over 22%. And so many professionals are taking their profits, and now what they're doing is they're going in and taking little bites of the bank stocks, because the bank stocks, got hit quite a bit. Many people think they're at their lows, which they're not. They're going to go much lower. And so you got a little buying come in on Microsoft, Goldman Sachs, and Wells Fargo. So that's called a rotation. If you start buying today, Microsoft, Goldman Sachs, and Wells Fargo, because a little bit of short covering came in, you're going to get hurt. You're going to get hurt because, again, the problem is you've got too much overhang on your stocks. What's that mean? Well, the stock, remember, started to break. Let's take Wells Fargo. Wells Fargo was around $47. Now it dropped down to $40. So if you take the high of 40, let's see, what's the high? You take the high of 47. You take the low of 40. So halfway up would be 50% of that. Would be about 43.50. So the stocks rose from 40.20, their low, about halfway up. But that's called short covering. That's called the 50% rule. That's easy money. Those are called swing trades. Those aren't investments because because to try to get now the other 50%, to try to get from, let's say, 43.80 up to 47, that's really hard to do. And that's where people lose their money. That's called overhang. That's where all the sellers are. That's where all the people who bought the stock wrong and saying, boy, I get half my money back, I'm going to get out. Always remember in a stock, when you have a market that drops or a stock that drops, take the high, take the low, split it in half, and your stock is going to go up halfway. Because everybody who shorted, like us, who shorted Wells Fargo, if you shorted Wells Fargo, let's say from 47 down to 40, you're going to take your profits. That pushes up the stock because you have to buy the stock to get your profits. You bet it was going down, you sold short, but now you got to buy your stock back at 40. That pushes it up to around 43, 44, and that's it. It's over. But if you don't know what you're doing, you're seeing these bank stocks going up. You go, oh, I got to get in, and then you're going to get killed because you don't understand what's going on. I mean, the problem is the information we're getting is so bad. As I said before, you think we got a swamp in Washington. Wall Street's worse. So bad news came in yesterday. Nobody cared that housing starts were down. Nobody cared that that's going to affect the banks. And the bank stocks went up regardless. Then we had more bad news come in. That the national debt, as of September 15th, this is the 20th, as of September 15th, the national debt, has eclipsed $33 trillion. So deficits for 2023 are on track to exceed $2 trillion. Everybody yawned. So what? Are you nuts? Deficits. Deficits are a killer. How do you get deficits? Deficits come from spending more money than you take in tax revenue. That causes inflation. Inflation, remember, every president up to Obama, up to Carter and Obama, those are the only two presidents. All the other presidents are scared to death of inflation because what do they know about inflation? Inflation is worse than war or an epidemic or terrorism. There's nothing worse than inflation. Ask Rome. Go look at Rome history. Inflation destroys your society. There's nothing worse than inflation. And remember, where you get the inflation from spending more money, the government, than they take in. And that inflation, once you get that inflation, it's hard to beat. So yesterday they're talking about how there was a victory. Everybody say, oh, there's a victory. We beat inflation. We beat inflation now. Everything's fine. We're now in a Goldilocks economy. No, you're not. So nobody cared about the national debt eclipsing $33 trillion. Our deficits are going to exceed $2 trillion. Right now, we're on a runway rate of $2 trillion. That's real bad news. That's bad news. And then we had some more bad news. That the economy was contracting. The economy's contracting. Nobody cared about that either. So nobody cared about housing starts tanking. Nobody cared about the national debt is getting beyond $33 trillion. Nobody cared the deficits were on track to go up $2 trillion. Nobody cared about that. But yet, when you get the pain, people are still feeling the pain at the gas pump, at the grocery store, the pharmacy, the dry cleaners. That pain you're feeling is inflation. And it comes from those deficits of the government spending more money to take in. So again, the war has not been won on inflation. Inflation has gone up again from 3.2 to 3.7, and I'll tell you why when we get back.
Want more information on this show? Go to philsgang.com or give them a call at 877-600-GANG.
When the stock market is up one day and down the next, you need experienced advice from a pro.
Hi, I'm Phil Grandy of philsgang.com. I know you're sitting there watching the stock market. You're going, what? Is this nuts? Market goes up 700 points. Next day it goes up 800 points. Then the market goes back down. Then it goes back up. What that is volatility.
You want to invest your money and grow your wealth. How do you invest intelligently?
But you got to anticipate what's going to happen with the market. And that's what we give you. Information so you can anticipate in advance what the market's going to do, so you know what stocks to buy, you know what stocks to short. It's all about having good information and anticipation. You got to anticipate. The one thing you can't do is rely on your brokers. Listen.
Our responsibility begins and ends with our partners and our shareholders, and that's it.
What are you, nuts? Partners or shareholders? You're not included.
Check out the free 10-day trial and follow Phil to investing success. Learn more at philsgang.com. philsgang.com. When the stock market is up one day and down the next, you need experienced advice from a pro.
Hi, I'm Phil Grandy of philsgang.com. I know you're sitting there watching the stock market. You're going, what? Is this nuts? Market goes up 700 points. Next day it goes up 800 points. Then the market goes back down. Then it goes back up. What that is volatility.
You want to invest your money and grow your wealth. How do you invest intelligently?
But you got to anticipate what's going to happen with the market. And that's what we give you. Information so you can anticipate in advance what the market's going to do, so you know what stocks to buy, you know what stocks to short. It's all about having good information and anticipation. You got to anticipate. The one thing you can't do is rely on your brokers. Listen.
Our responsibility begins and ends with our partners and our shareholders, and that's it.
What are you, nuts? Partners or shareholders? You're not included.
Check out the free 10-day trial and follow Phil to investing success. Learn more at philsgang.com. philsgang.com.
What are you, nuts? If the stock market can make you so rich, especially Apple and Microsoft and Google and Amazon and the rest, why are so many Americans poor? If the 401k promises you a retirement, then why is it we are in a retirement crisis? Here's the answer. Because 85% of you get out of the market too late. I fixed that with my color-coded chart, which tells you when to buy, when to sell, and when to get out. That's right, when to run like hell. Check it out. You get a free membership and the free color-coded chart for 10 days. Check it out, philsgang.com.
When making wise investment decisions, Phil Grandy has some sound reasons you should join Phil's gang.
You know, when I started this, they asked me, okay, can you explain to people why they should join the gang? Gee, I thought about that. And I guess to make money. But more than that, to get good direction on which way the economy's really going. We get so much crap, so many lies, how great the economy is and how great the tech business is, and when it's not. The problem is we have too many people in Washington and in this industry that just don't tell the truth. The truth is everything. And here at Phil's Gang, we stick with the facts. We tell the truth. We make sure our members, are getting the best information, and our listeners, like you. We make that information available to you and make it simple and understandable.
Good investing means understanding how the stock market works. Join today at philsgang.com. Why are investors listening to Phil Grandy of philsgang.com?
You know why people listen to my show? Because I make it simple. When you talk about the stock market, they make it so complicated. I make it easy to understand. For the average investor, the Main Street investor, most of the time, these guys, it's like they're talking to each other. We talk directly to you and we listen to you.
Invest better with the sound advice of Phil Grandy at philsgang.com. Phil Grandy has successfully taught tens of thousands of investors how to navigate the market with confidence.
Hi, I'm Phil Grandy at philsgang.com. That's right, philsgang.com. Join my gang for 10 days. It's free. If anything, during that 10-day period, you're going to learn how the market really works. You're going to find information that you never had before. You're going to walk away and go, I didn't know that. So join my gang for 10 days free, philsgang.com. And you're also going to learn how to make money when the market goes down. It's kind of silly just sitting there when the market going down, hoping. Why hope when you can sell short and make money? Either way, you make money when the market goes up, you make money when the market goes down. That's the benefit of Phil's Gang. You make money.
Become a Phil's Gang member and receive the training, advice, and software that will take your investing to the next level.
philsgang.com. Sign up free for 10 days.
Welcome back to the Phil's Gang Radio Show. Want to know more about Phil's Gang? Go to philsgang.com or give us a call at 877-600-4264. Now, here's Phil.
Welcome back to Phil's Gang. So, the biggest problem we got right now is Biden. deficits is the Congress, who keeps spending more money than we take in tax revenues. That's old-fashioned. When that happens, you keep running these deficits. You can't keep spending more money than you take in. And because what happens is you got to pay for those deficits. And when you got a country that has a negative net worth, has $33 trillion in debt, $877 million in its checking account, and you gotta go borrow money. I mean, think about it. Our country, people don't understand how broke this country is. So when you don't have any money and then you have your government out there spending like crazy, things just are going to get worse. But their job is to convince you that things are getting better when they're not. Just like a few minutes ago, I said to my members, or this morning, I said, look what they're doing. They're taking money from oil. And by the way, it was last Friday, I told them, because we were up, I'm not saying every member was up 22%, but if they got in where we said to get in, they were up anywhere between 10 and 22%. We got into the oils right at the right time. And I told them that now we're vulnerable for a pullback. And oil has pulled back from 93 to now 90. And now institutions are pulling the money out, and they're going to try to buy banks, and banks went up. Even on bad news yesterday. Now the banks are giving back what they went up. See, that's what people don't understand. You can't be sitting there and buying every little move in the market. You got to find out, where is the money going? And the one thing we know, we got to be looking for relief because we're not going to go back to 2%. We're not going to go back to 2% inflation. That's insane. And you got to understand, not only is we got our poverty is up. I mean, no matter where you look, there's no good news. I hate to say that, but there isn't. But boy, they're going to do everything that they can to convince you that everything is good news. Everything's fine. I mean, I couldn't believe last week what they were saying. How, well, if you just take away food and you take away the cost of gasoline, then we won. Inflation's going down. But so what are we going to put? You can't take food out and gasoline and tell us that. That's stupid. What are you, nuts? And government spending is not stopping. That's the big problem. So you give us all the fake narratives you want, but at the end of the day, oil is going to go back up again. Yeah, we had a little reprieve, but it's going to go back up because they're going to keep cutting, because the economy around the world, the global economy sucks so bad. Why do you think our manufacturing is down? Why do you think production is down? And it goes all the way back to, remember, you got to go back to find out where this started. I told you this last week. When Obama came into office, remember, he made the wrong decision. Instead of saying, okay, we were left with a mess with baby Bush. Big debt. I mean, what a mess Bush put this country in. What a mess. So instead of saying we're going to grow the economy through productivity, because why do you want to grow the economy through productivity? Because that's when you take money and put it into businesses, you take that business investment money, you will increase productivity. And when you increase productivity, your economy grows, keeping a check on inflation. That's why you always want to grow your economy through productivity. But he sidestepped and said, I'm not going to go with productivity. I'm not going to go with productivity. What I'm going to do, because there's such debt, and I want to grow the welfare state, and that's what he did. You know, free bomb phones, all that, free health care. He wanted to grow the welfare state. So he said, the heck with this. So what I'm going to do is grow this welfare state quickly. I'm going to spend. I'm going to run deficits. That's where it all started. And what you're feeling today at the gasoline station, at the grocery store, is that. You can't keep for 14 years, keep rates too low. And then when he got out of office, nobody fixed it. They kept continuing to keep QE in. Keep rates too low for too long. That's what you're feeling. You're feeling from 2008. It's catching up to you. Why do you think there's bankruptcies? Bankruptcies are up 63% between 2022 and 2023. In the first 6 months of this year, bankruptcies are up 23%. But nobody wants to hear that. Nobody wants to hear that. Wages. Under Trump, median household incomes are up $5,200. Under Biden, they're negative $4,000. So under Trump, people had $5,200 in their pocket at the end of the year. Under Biden, they're $4,000 short. And when you have productivity drop, you're screwed because it's all inflation from there on in. It's all inflation, and then you destroy you destroy your economy. And the only people who benefit is the government because they can pay down the debt without writing a check. That's one reason why Obama wanted to create inflation. Other than, of course, he wanted to expand his welfare state. So the more money they kept printing to expand the welfare state, the more inflation, the more down the road. Yeah, people felt good. They said, oh, well, look at this. Rates are zero. Rates are down. So they print money, and they go and they buy 10-year treasuries. I'm talking about the Federal Reserve goes buy 10-year treasuries, and then those 10-year treasuries drop, and then the Fed then could drop their rate, the rate they control, down to zero. Then they could loan money to corporations, and those corporations could then buy their own shares, reduce the amount of shares they have outstanding, and the stock could go from 10 to 20 without profits, go to 20 to 30 without profits. That's why it used to be illegal. Talked about all this last week. We still are not out of that. What you're feeling today is that result. Groceries are still up 20% since Biden got in office. Energy's still up 33% since he got in office. Gas is still up 58%. Rents are still up 30%. And we have a Goldilocks economy. Is that what they told us last week? You got the right stocks, I'll tell you that.
Want more information on this show? Go to philsgang.com or give them a call at 877-600-GANG.
When you listen to the advice of Phil Grandy at philsgang.com, you'll find investing in the stock market makes sense with the right guidance.
People keep saying to me, boy, things are hard. Things are tough. Boy, the market's really screwed up. And I don't agree with them. For us here at Phil's Gang, we make it so it's simple. It doesn't matter if the market's bad or good. We consistently do well because we make it simple. And just like for my listeners on the radio or on the internet or my podcast, we make it simple. We try to break it down so you really understand why the market is going up or why there's continued inflation or why the bank rates are going up. So you understand. Especially yields. The most important thing to understand how yields work. Just what we do. We work hard at it.
Trusted advice, easy to understand strategies that will make you a better investor. Get all the details at philsgang.com. That's philsgang.com.
I believe that every single human being with a laptop computer and an internet connection should be required to give trading at least a shot.
Following Phil, his charting system has really been a huge impact on my career and my life.
I believe that every educated individual on planet Earth.
I would recommend Phil's Gang to the mom and pop out there. I would recommend it to parents teaching their children. I would recommend it to grandparents.
Should do this. It's not for every single human being on Earth. I know this, but it's one of those things that you should try because if you happen to get it right, if you happen to be one of the ones that this is for.
Follow the money. Follow Phil Grandy.
Oh my God.
Hi, I'm Phil Grandy, philsgang.com. That's right, philsgang.com. Join my gang for 10 days. It's free.
What's in front of you is a life of incredible joy, freedom, and independence.
These are volatile times in the stock market.
Market's up 200, then it's up 800, it's up 700.
How do you get the facts when investing?
Hi, I'm Phil Grandy at philsgang.com. If you're confused about the stock market, get unconfused. Go to my site, philsgang.com, and listen to my radio show every weekday at 3 Eastern. What is the market going to do? We know exactly what the market's going to do.
Phil's got the answers at philsgang.com.
There's no need for you to be losing money.
Check it out, philsgang.com. You want to invest your money and grow your wealth. How do you invest intelligently? Become a Phil's Gang member and receive the training, advice, and software that will take your investing to the next level. Our team is comprised of successful investors, all with proven track records. Phil's Gang software is easy to use, painless to navigate, and tells you exactly when to buy and sell to help maximize profits. Learn about common market mistakes and how to minimize them. Phil's Gang has successfully taught tens of thousands of investors how to navigate the market with confidence. You don't need to be a seasoned investor to benefit from the Phil's Gang platform, no matter what level of investor you are. Phil's Gang strategies for investing are designed to put you on the path to success. Sign up for a 10-day free trial to see our platform in action, avoid market pitfalls, and start winning with Phil's Gang. Learn more at philsgang.com. That's philsgang.com. If you want to invest your money and grow your wealth, just listen to Phil Grandy.
Hi, I'm Phil Grandy, philsgang.com. There's many reasons to listen to a radio show, but I think to listen to my show, you get the truth, you get clarity, and you get great information.
No matter what level of investor you are, Phil's Gang strategies for investing are designed to put you on the path to success.
You know what? Most of all, it's fun. philsgang.com. Clarity, good information, and fun.
You want to invest your money and grow your wealth. How do you invest intelligently? Become a Phil's Gang member and receive the training, advice, and software that will take your investing to the next level. Our team is comprised of successful investors, all with proven track records. Phil's Gang software is easy to use, painless to navigate, and tells you exactly when to buy and sell to help maximize profits. Learn about common market mistakes and how to minimize them. Phil's Gang has successfully taught tens of thousands of investors how to navigate the market with confidence. You don't need to be a seasoned investor to benefit from the Phil's Gang platform, no matter what level of investor you are. Phil's Gang strategies for investing are designed to put you on the path to success. Sign up for a 10-day free trial to see our platform in action, avoid market pitfalls, and start winning with Phil's Gang. Learn more at philsgang.com. That's philsgang.com. You're not a regular listener to Phil's Gang? What, are you nuts? Listen to Phil Grandy and check out philsgang.com. Now, here's Phil.
Welcome back. You know, one of the things that's hard to get across, when you got times like this and people are running into the bond market, when they start getting comfortable, I mean, who wouldn't? You can get on a three-month treasury, you can get a little bit over 5%. But it doesn't last. Doesn't last. So, but I understand it because you're saying, hey, why would I be in a stock market when I can get 5%? Well, see, that's wrong. I'll tell you why. Because when you know how to sell short, you'd say, why the hell would I be in the bond market to get 5% of my money when I can sell short the builders? Or we shorted, was it Nestle? One of our stocks, we shorted Nestle. And I think that's down now, I don't know what it is. Hershey. We shorted Hershey. I think that, what is it, down about 27%. So let's say my gang members got even 10%. Some got 10, some got 15, some got 20, depending where they got in. But we directed them to Hershey, and we taught them how to sell short. So why would you want to have 5% in a bond market that's not going to last? Because first of all, when the bond market's going, it's not like this is good news. You're getting 5%. This is telling you on the other end, they're putting the screws to you. The reason why you're paying 5% is because Biden uses the national debt as if it was his personal piggy bank, destroying the country. You think you're doing well with 5%? You're not, because your gasoline's going up. Everything's going up. That 5%'s gone. But if you short a stock and you pick it up 5, 10, 15, 20%, look at our builders. We're shorting builders. Look at, we shorted the airlines. Our average return on the airlines for the members was what? Figure it out. Well, you know what they are. We were in Alaska Airline, American Airlines. We shorted Dell. We shorted Love. We averaged about 10%. So why would they want to be in a bond market to get 5% when on the other end they're getting screwed? They're getting 5%, but gasoline's going, meat's going up, groceries going. You're not making 5%. For God's sakes, learn how to sell short. And our worst enemy is the government, is Biden. He uses the national debt as if it was his personal piggy bank. They said last week we're in a Goldilocks economy. But also you got to understand, the only reason why we're right where we were in 2008. The interest rates right now, the Fed rate, the rate at which the Federal Reserve loans money to your bank and your bank loans money to you or your business to get a line of credit or to buy a car is now higher than where it was in 2008. This is what I'm saying. It's now higher than where it was in 2008. When that occurred in 2008, where we are right now with our interest, what the Fed charges your bank, and remember, that's 5% the Fed charges your bank, then your bank's got to charge you, so you're paying 7, 8, 9%. Line of credit, some people are paying 11%, businesses in my town here. So this 5% is not going to help you, the bond market. And here's why it gets worse. And here's why we're not going to see 2% again. Because the problem is that we have Biden using the national debt like it's a personal piggy bank. What I mean by that, when Biden is looking to support, remember, Biden's a politician. He's always looking to support a blue state governor or some blue county leader in some state. Could be even a Republican governor, but he'd find some counties are still blue. And he gives them helicopter money in exchange for political, so he gets political support from them. Now, and when there's a decrease in the checking account due to a decrease in tax revenues, Biden uses the national debt for his helicopter money. Example, he took a blue state, okay, who again was manufacturing, got a contract for camouflage in Afghanistan. So he took care of this blue state. He sends the governor $28 million. That's our money. That's our money. And remember, we're broke. We have no money. $28 million. But guess what happened? The camouflage uniforms, it was the wrong camouflage. They couldn't use it because what they do, they mismatched it. The uniforms where the camouflage would work in the Arctic, not in Afghanistan. So there's $28 million. But it doesn't matter. Let's take another $140 million. Now remember, there's no money. Remember, our government's broke, has negative net worth of minus $20 trillion. It has a net loss this year, highest ever, $1.2 trillion. It's got its checking account, $877 billion. That's it. And we owe $33 trillion. They got $877 billion in the checking account. So what does he do? So he takes this Democrat county in Florida, blue, and he sends them $140 million during the COVID-19 crap to construct a luxury hotel complete with 30,000 square foot pool and deck, or pool decks, a rooftop bar, and 11,000 square foot spa and fitness center. That's our money. He had no money. He sent them $140 million. We're broke. Now, that money is referred to as helicopter money. Do you think he's going to stop doing that? Do you really think he's going to say, you know what? I found God. I'm going to stop doing that. I'm going to stop doing that. That'd be like asking him to stop lying. It's part of his nature. He's not going to stop. So you're not going to hit 3%. So you better be finding stocks that you're shorting because your 5% in bonds aren't going to help you. So this helicopter money is what it is because there's no return to us, the taxpayers, on those investments. And that was just the tiny ones. So, and it decreases, think about it, which decreases the federal revenue. Couple that with the increased spending, it then increases our deficits. Now, our deficits become problematic under him We have the largest deficits ever because those deficits need to be paid. But when the government has a negative net worth, has a net loss, checking accounts barely has any money in it, we need to print money to pay for the trillions in deficits that he created by spending money he hasn't got. And that increases inflation, which we're fighting every day, and we're losing. We had a breakout inflation. What's he talking about? Inflation's not going down. We had a breakout, like a stock breakout. We went from 3.2 to 3.7. Oil keeps going up. So think about this. To reduce inflation, we print more money, once again, to purchase treasuries, once again, to lower the yields, to keep the rates low, so consumers can go get a credit card and buy more stuff. But it's not working because Biden's spending is at 6.5 trillion run rate. That's up 33% from the pre-crisis level of 4.8 trillion. What are you, nuts? And everybody believes everything's fine again. It's not. Biden lies about everything. He lies about cutting deficits. He said he cut the deficit by 1.7 trillion. The CBO confirmed, no, he didn't. This is not about his team rolling up their sleeves in the middle of midnight and ordering in pizzas and trying to figure a way to cut the deficit. No. It was an automatic cut. COVID ended. The program they had from COVID, they just stopped the program. But he lied and made it sound like they're in there eating pizza all night long trying to cut. So my point to you is this. We're not in a Goldilocks economy. Not at all. But again, it doesn't matter. When you know how to short stocks and you know how to go long stocks, it doesn't matter what he's doing or what these idiots in Congress are doing. It doesn't matter. All you have to do is be in the right stocks, the right group, and that's where we come in. Join our gang, free for 10 days. Try it. 10 days, you don't pay anything.
Want more information on this show? Go to philsgang.com or give them a call at 877-600-GANG.
I've been a Phil's Gang member since 2014. Over that time, I've generated over six-figure profits. Following Phil, his charting system has really been a huge impact on my career and my life. I would recommend Phil's Gang to the mom and pop out there. I would recommend it to parents teaching their children. I would recommend it to grandparents. If you really trust in their system, you will do well.
For more information, go to philsgang.com or give us a call at 877-600-4264.
Hi, I'm Phil Grandy at philsgang.com. I've been doing this business of trading over 55 years. God, they make it so complicated. It doesn't have to be. The best way to learn is to follow me, my actual investments. That's right. When I buy a stock, you follow me. Do exactly what I do. That's the best way to learn.
Check out the free 10-day trial. Learn more at philsgang.com.
Be my co-pilot at philsgang.com. Do what I do.
That's philsgang.com. The feds have raised interest rates again, and AI is the topic of the day. No matter what the financial headlines are, be a successful investor with Phil's Gang at philsgang.com. Take advantage of the free 10-day trial for the Working Investor Program. Phil Grandy has put together the tools you need to understand the stock market with full access to the Phil's Gang website and access to Phil's Pro 2 color-coded charting software. Know with confidence when to buy, sell, and short a stock. Members also have access to Coffee Talk. Every morning at 8:30 Eastern, Phil Grandy talks about what's happening on Wall Street that day. Want to be a better investor? Then take advantage of the free 10-day trial at philsgang.com. You'll find many more features and tools for the working investor. After the trial, it's just $59.95 a month for membership. Invest with the best. Phil's Gang at philsgang.com. If you want to invest your money and grow your wealth, just listen to Phil Grandy.
Hi, I'm Phil Grandy at philsgang.com. There's many reasons to listen to a radio show, but I think to listen to my show, you get the truth. You get clarity, and you get great information.
No matter what level of investor you are, Phil's Gang strategies for investing are designed to put you on the path to success.
You know what? Most of all, it's fun. philsgang.com. Clarity, good information, and fun.
At St. Jude Children's Research Hospital, we're fighting against childhood cancer every day. At the heart of this battle are our donors.
Most of us want to make some type of difference in the lives of others. St. Jude does miraculous work.
The fact that no one has to pay, it's a place where everyone is treated as an equal.
Everybody is welcome here, and it doesn't matter your religion or what part of the world you're from, all that is taken away. It just gives you some hope.
It's just a nice feeling to put your energy into something that really does genuinely make a difference in a child's life.
There's just no greater gift. If we have the ability to help, then we have a responsibility to help.
Finding cures, saving children. St. Jude Children's Research Hospital. Find out how you can help at stjude.org.
Short on time but want to invest in the stock market? Let philsgang.com help you. For only $39.95 a month, you get complete access to all of Phil's powerful investing programs, videos, and resources.
That works for me. Log in, watch the videos, and make profits.
Find out more at philsgang.com or call 877-600-GANG. That's 877-600-4264. philsgang.com. Welcome back to the Phil's Gang Radio Show. Want to know more about Phil's Gang? Go to philsgang.com or give us a call at 877-600-4264. Now, here's Phil.
Are you tired of losing money when the stock market goes down? Do you want to learn how to make money when the market is going down? And then you can make money when it's going in both directions, both up and down? Learn how to sell short at philsgang.com. We're giving it away for free for 10 days, a 10-day free trial. So go to philsgang.com right now and join the gang for free for 10 days. Okay? Again, philsgang.com, or you can call 877-600-GANG. That's 877-600-4264. Back to you, Phil.
Okay. Yeah, just go to my site, philsgang.com, click on where it says get started, and we'll get you started. At the end of 10 days, if you decide not to stay with us, and you're making money shorting or going long, because we're not just teaching you how to short, we emphasize shorting, because you got to learn how to short. For God's sakes, don't get caught up with, I'm making 5% in the bond market. No, you're not, because you're giving it away on everything else. Your food, your gasoline, your insurance, your health care. Come on. The only way you're going to get ahead if you play the opposite of the market. Don't play into their hands. And here's another thing people don't understand. The Bank Term Funding Program is holding this market up by a thread. This program was called the, can't remember its name now. It was called, in 2008, the same program, different name, Term Security Facility. That's right. It was the same kind of program. They told the banks, come to our window, we'll give you money. What we need, though, in return, you got to give me some mortgage-backed securities. Give me the bonds you're holding. I need that for collateral. And then when you come back to the window and pay me off, we'll give you the collateral back. And here's the thing. A lot of problems is these banks have loaned money to commercial businesses and commercial programs, and these commercial programs can't pay these banks off. And now the bank goes to the window and says, well, the bank can't go back. So, this guy had the biggest shopping center in Tampa. He handed the keys in, and we lost money. So, Paul, I can't give you all the money back. No, that's not how it works. If your bank loans money to some guy who says, here's the keys, and your bank loaned him that money, and the bank now is out $1 million, and he borrowed, money from the bank, he can't go to that bank now and say, yeah, I owe you that money back, I borrowed you, but that guy, he screwed me, so I don't have to pay you, right? No. These banks are in deep trouble. These programs didn't work. That program, that same program, right now, that same program, the Bank Term Funding Program, 2008 Term Security Facility Program is now today's Bank Term Funding Program. It didn't work in 2008. It's not going to work now. It's just, all it does is just pause. It's just propping it up. Just propping up the banks. Now, here's the other thing people don't realize. Powell continues to help prop up the market because what he does, he takes interest from his balance sheet. Remember, he's got a lot of treasuries on his balance sheet. And he gets a lot of interest income every year, every month. He takes that interest income and he goes and he's still buying treasuries to get the yields, trying to push the yields down so the Fed can push their short-term rate down so they can keep loaning to the banks so the banks can keep loaning to you. But they're not doing that anymore. They're tightening credit because it's not working. But here's another thing they won't tell you about. Pooling money. It's the same groups that get together to create an image, an illusion that the tech stocks are still strong. The tech stocks, if you take the Qs, you take the NASDAQ 100, they are in such bad shape. They're taking, these groups are coming together, the hedge funds, pension funds, 401k mutual funds, investment banks, hedge funds, they're all getting together and they're pooling money to keep up Microsoft, Apple, the 7 stocks, and they're pooling, trying to keep out of the 7, Microsoft and Apple, because they know everybody owns Microsoft and Apple. Here, if you don't believe me, listen to this right here.
What happens is the largest asset managers in the world, just take the 3 biggest ones, BlackRock, State Street, and Vanguard. They're using $20+ trillion of our money. And when I say our money, it literally means our money, most people's money, without them knowing it.
Right.
Because these 3 firms are the largest really relevant shareholders that vote shares at Microsoft and Apple, at Disney and Paramount Pictures, at Pepsi and Coca-Cola. You go down the list, you're taught that you have a free market economy. Well, when both sides of the competition are effectively controlled by the same set of actors, that's not competition.
That's right. That's financial engineering. They're doing that right now. Remember, we have yet put a bottom in. Remember, this market started to tank in November of 2022, and then starting in January, it followed through to January 1, 2023, it's tanked. It's been tanking. Now it goes down to this infamous October low, and people think now that we went up 20%, oh, everything's fine again. No, it's not fine again, because the reasons that we have yet to put a real bottom in is because nothing's changed since the market dropped from January or from November 2022 and January 2023. We still have the same problems. Biden didn't fix the destruction of oil independence. Rates are still going up. Deficits are getting worse. Inflation's the killer. Inflation's a terrible, terrible thing. You're 5%, it's a joke. 5% on a bond. Are you nuts? The yield curve is getting fatter and wider. Now, wait a minute. These are the same things that caused the crash January 2023 that went down to that infamous October low of 2023. And now we're rallying off that low. It's a fake rally. It's a head fake rally. But see, people have never been through, most people who trade today have never been through the 1987 crash, never been through the 1972 or 87 or 2008. All they know is the government always takes care of the market. It never comes down again. We actually get emails saying the market's never going to come down again. We get those kind of emails. These are, of course, all young people, okay, because they don't understand. They've never been through a crash. So, then just answer this question. If he's not fixing the destruction of our oil, right, he destroyed that. Our rates are still going up. Our deficits are widening. Our yield curve is getting fatter. Inflation goes up. We're increasing our national debt. We have a slow economic growth. We just got that news. Our trade deficits are brutal. They never talk about those. They're getting worse. We're increasing our borrowing. I read the same list. 4 months ago. Nothing's changed. But everybody, for some reason, they think everything's changed, that we're in a Goldilocks economy. You just got to be in the right stocks, in the right group. That's all. Think about it. When we were shorting the airlines, like Alaska Airlines, and we're getting about 10 to 15% return on the airlines. We were selling those short. Remember, we were still buying oil. So this is the way you got to make money. So you're shorting the airlines, so they're going down 10 to 15%, right? Shorting the airline, and your oil's going up 15 to 22%. Now you're shorting the builders, going down 10%, right? And then you're going long again your oil. That's where most of our money's now. That's where our money's been, in oil. Except for some more shorts like Beazer. But you always got to have in these kind of, the 5% that you think you're making on a 3-month treasury is not working. The only thing that works, again, is you're in the market, the best place to be, and you're doing both. Shorting what's not working, buying what's working. You just need someone to teach you that. That's all. That's what we do around here. And again, the other thing that really gets me, no one understands, when you go to the gas pump, you go to fill up your big truck, right? Nobody understands where this all started from. This is Obama. This is his fault. By the way, talking about fault, did anybody see today the hearings? Garland was disgusting. He was lying through his teeth. Listen to this.
The fix is in. Even with the face-saving indictment last week of Hunter Biden, everyone knows the fix is in. 4.5 years. 4.5 years the Department of Justice has been investigating Mr. Biden, an investigation run by David Weiss, an investigation that...
You gotta listen to the reruns of it. Garland was choking. He was lying so much.
You have been listening to Phil's Gang with your host, Phil Grandy, on the Off the Wall Street Radio Network. Off the Wall Street Radio Network. Remember to visit Phil's website at philsgang.com. That's philsgang.com. Or call the office, 877-600-4264. That's 877-600.